Now, one big thing that happened within the last 24, 48 hours to Manchester City is the news that Mike Arteta is now the Arsenal manager. Pep's right-hand man, not the kind of distraction you want in the middle of the season, Michael?
No, not at all. I think it's when you lose somebody that has been alongside you for a long period of time, like he has sitting there. The staff of Man City is huge. You know, I mean, they've got an influential head there in Brian Kidd as well. But to lose somebody through the season, that you saw Mahrez there saying it was an emotional moment when he left. He got emotional. That would have been a tough decision for the club. But obviously, Arteta has got huge aspirations to go and do his own thing, and the club would not hold that back, because that shows the type of character Arteta has been. He's shown them quality. Off the field as a coach, so they've given him the honour of doing it. But again, will it disrupt them? I don't think it'll disrupt City because of the staff that they have there. It could affect a few of the players that have got a relationship and a bond with them. But
sometimes it can disrupt the manager. I mean, because you look at when Mourinho left, when Rui Farah left to Mourinho, or I think more famously between Brian Clough and Peter Taylor as well, it can sort of derail the manager?
I think, I'd say that I think in this generation now, managers change their backroom staff quite often. You know, Jose does it, Pep does it. So every 2 or 3 years, they refreshen the backroom staff anyway. That's why I think Pep Guardiola's been pretty relaxed about the situation, because I think he'll have someone in mind that can replace Arteta. And he won't be that worried about it, because, you know, they get someone in that's going to bring a different message, and that sometimes revitalises the players and keeps it fresh again.
Well, the classic example of that would have been Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United.
Used to do it,
You know how every 3-4 years, you know, his assistant changed, didn't it? From Brian Kidd to Brittany Mullenstein, and you know, it ticked over and changed, and sometimes a change is as good as a rest. You know, it provides a little bit of fresh energy.
And I witnessed it on the flip side of that at Leeds United. We had Eddie Gray as our assistant with David O'Leary. Brian Kidd left Manchester United and came to Leeds United as a second assistant manager. So you had a Leeds United legend, and then you had a Manchester United legend coming into the environment at Leeds United. Now, Brian Kidd is a fantastic assistant coach. I loved working with him. But the dynamics of our dressing room, when we had 2 assistant managers that were from, you know, rival clubs, the chemistry didn't work, and it was quite interesting. Yeah, it was quite a fiery situation that we had to observe as players in that dressing room between the 2 assistants. So that's why I saw the dynamics change completely. I know it's a different scenario, somebody's leaving, but that really affected us in a different way.
Yeah. So do you think it would have affected the Man City players?
I think obviously not on the
based on what we've just seen.
No, but Arteta would be the ones that's dealing with the players very closely on a day-to-day basis.
But there's a lot of staff there, Michelle, and I think they'll have a lot of other relationships with other staff members. I can't see it derailing City.
No? Well, Pep has turned around to say that they're only looking at a replacement probably in the summer. At the time being, it's going to be in-house, taking on more responsibilities. Any names come to mind that you think would be suitable?
As in replacing in the summer?
Yeah.
Not really. You know, I've not really taken much notice of the trend of the type of coaches that Pep's had, to be honest. But I'm sure he'll have untold offers coming in to take that job.
CVs that'll be going there now to get that job.
And like I said, he's worked all over the world with some of the best coaches at some of the best football clubs, so he won't be short of people to come in.
Pep picks up the phone to somebody who's in a job somewhere else at the moment, says, well, do you fancy joining us?
He's going to come running straight away.
Mate.
I don't think they're going to say no.
They'll walk it, won't they?
Yeah, I mean,
wherever they're
the
coming
City
from.
group is a big group as well. They've got coaches all over the world at different places.
If he rings any of you, you guys would fly there straight as well.
Hang on.
Is it ringing?
Well, an interesting...
Hang on. Yeah, OK.
Well, there's an interesting one that I've just thought of now.
Yeah.
And looking at it in a way of the future of probably beyond Pep Guardiola, would be interesting if they brought back Vincent Kompany for the role.
Wow.
Would he leave a manager's job to maybe come back and be the assistant, with the idea of 2 or 3 years down the line taking the reins from Pep Guardiola?
Because he didn't start his managerial career too hot neither, did he?
No.
So, with Anderlecht.
Yeah.